Before the 2014 season, the Ohio Bobcats relied on Tyler Tettleton for 3 years at the quarterback position. The result? 3 bowl game appearances, a MAC championship appearance, a combined record of 26 wins and 14 losses, and over 9,000 yards passing. But once Tettleton graduated, Ohio found itself full of uncertainty on who would be the next starting quarterback. It appeared as though Frank Solich found his man in Derrius Vick, who was named the only junior captain on last year's team, but the starting role didn't come easy. His backup J.D. Sprague fought hard for the #1 spot, and by the time the 2014 season rolled around, Solich was still uncertain for who would be the Bobcats' starting quarterback. With a shaky year from both quarterbacks and a knee injury that sidelined Vick for 4 weeks, Ohio was never able to solve the quarterback question it entered the year with. And that same problem has come up once again with the start of spring practices and the eligibility of Joey Duckworth.
Anytime you have more people that are eligible to play, competition will rise. Everybody gets their shot in spring ball, fair chance, so everybody's getting equal reps. It's just what you make out of it.
As of right now, Vick is listed as the starter, and Sprague is close behind at the #2 spot. But coming off a year in which neither player owned the spot, the quarterback's position is still up for grabs with Duckworth and Greg Windham in the mix as well.
You know, they're young guys, they're still learning, they have a lot to learn and a lot to improve on, but so do I. You know, me and Derrius are the ones competing for the spot supposedly, but everybody can play and everybody's good enough to play.
As the only returning offensive captain, Vick has an even bigger responsibility than just being Ohio's quarterback. Last season, Vick tried to lead by example, but stayed a little more conservative when it came to commanding the attention of his team. But in his senior year, Vick knows he must change his approach to the leadership role that he has been given to by his teammates for the 2nd year in a row.
This year I'll try to be a little bit more vocal and more hands-on and just continuing to always watch my actions, knowing that people are always watching.
The good news for Vick is that Ohio only lost 2 players on offense from last year's team and returned 7 linemen who benefited from at least 8 games of experience last year. But no matter who is starting in the trenches or how well Vick fills his captain role, it will all come down to his play on the field. At the end of last year, Ohio was just as unsure about who their starting quarterback was as they were at the beginning of the season. To avoid another subpar year, plagued with a predictable run-heavy offense, the Bobcats need to find a reliable option. Finding that player starts with spring competition, and only time will tell if Vick is the option that Ohio needs.
For myself, just be a better leader than I was last year. Not really have numbers-wise, get better, but as a team, obviously, we need to make a bowl game and get to the MAC championship and just handle our business again in November in the MAC games.